Hi everyone. This video is about Zettelgarden. So this is a brief overview of the software and how it works. So Zettelgarden is a platform for creating and managing your own knowledge base. It's built on the idea of the Zettelkasten method, which is a system for capturing, organizing, and retrieving information. Zettelgarden is a modern take on this, with a focus on creating a seamless and intuitive experience for users while integrating with AI to help build connections between nodes. Zettelgarden uses four main elements. There's cards, tasks, files, and AI-generated entities. We'll go through each of these in a moment and how they're used in Zettelgarden. So what I wanted to do in this video is walk through an example of how I use Zettelgarden because I use it in practice every day. So what I use it for is collecting and storing and then later retrieving information. So I don't use it as a method of capturing everything or every piece of information that exists. Wikipedia is good for that. What I do is sort of use it to keep myself, give myself reminders of what I've learned already and what's left to learn. So kind of I can come back into my research at a certain point instead of at the beginning again. So let's start by going through cards. So we have one card now. Welcome to Zettelgarden. There's a little placeholder card. We're going to start by creating a new card. So it automatically gives us the next ID here. We're going to do some research on large language models. I'm going to put LLMs here because it makes it easy to search later. So this is a summary card, sort of a parent top-level card to collect information about these. So we can have children cards of this, which we'll go through soon. References or backlinks, references from other cards to this card. Related cards are AI-generated relations, and we track files that can be uploaded to here. So we have a card for large language models. Let's create another card right off the bat here. So we're going to create a card for um, the paper that sort of kicked a lot of this off. So that is the attention is all you need paper, which describes the transformer architecture. So I'm going to paste in the URL here, which is to the link. Let's click fill card from URL. So what this does is it goes to the website and pulls out what it thinks is relevant. So in this case, we get an abstract, some other information. Uh, some of this might not be super relevant, but let's leave it anyways. And we're going to add a tag here too. So I like to tag my papers and other things like this with a reference tag, which lets me, I kind of see these as primary sources, so we can come back to it later. So let's click save. Okay, so we have a card. Attention is all you need. So now let's go back to large language models and say, okay, we're going to create a child card of this, which I will call transformer architecture. And we'll put something, I don't know, some text in here. Let's say, I don't know, LLMs use the transformer architecture process. And we'll add a backlink to attention is all you need. There we go. So now we have a card 2A, which is a child of large language models. We have a link to attention is all you need. So let's click on this link and look, we go back to here. Then if we scroll to the bottom, we'll see under references, we have transformer architecture. So in this way, we can collect information together. We can sort of add references to let you jump back and forth. I like to use it in, these are sort of um, obvious examples, but I like to use references and links between cards that might be tangentially related that an AI might not pick up on just by itself, so kind of using that human creativity. So that's cards. Tasks, well, tasks are kind of obvious if you've ever used a to-do app. So let's go back to attention is all you need. I'm going to create a new task here. Actions, add task, finish reading. Attention is all you need. So we have a task now. That will show up in tasks here. If I refresh, it will show up here. Now I have a task. I use these tasks on a day-to-day basis, and the reason they kind of fit in here is I'm going to create another new card. And this is sort of the workflow that I like to use. So let's say today is January 6th, and I had a meeting with Alice and Bob. I met with Alice and Bob to discuss transformers. We're going to add another tag for meetings. So I use Zettelgarden to record meetings I have with people, and I kind of take some notes and I can link it with other cards. In this way, add tasks actually makes a lot of sense because you can combine action items from your meetings and then relate them to other things that you have. So I'll have another task here, record minutes from Alice and Bob meeting. So as you can see, if I go to tasks here, so these are our tasks that we added, and they're linked to the actual cards that I've added them to. So you can add tasks from this page as well, but the card kind of acts as the primary source. So everything is connected to that card. So if we go back to our card from the meetings, the card 4, so now we have task, we have record minutes. We can add links to other cards from here. So we discussed transformers, so maybe I want to add a link to A. Um, and this is sort of the way I like to use Zettelgarden. The one thing that we haven't looked at yet is, well, we haven't looked at files. So let's go through files. I'm going to go back to our paper. Attention is all you need, and we can just upload. So I have the file here. We can click that, upload it, goes under files, and then we can open it. So this lets us keep all the information together. Zettelgarden acts as my primary source for all this sort of information. I like to dump out as much as I can into there. And we have a link here as well. So the one thing we haven't looked at yet is, well, we have tags. So tags are, I see these as human derived categories. So I don't use these for, I won't have an LLM tag, but I will have a meetings tag, or I'll have a reference tag. So if I could click on here, we'll see all of our reference cards. I like to sort cards into different categories based on this. And then the last thing is entities. So these are AI generated. So the text of the cards is put through an LLM, and it pulls out what it thinks are entities. So if we have an entity for attention is all you need, and we have two cards that's related to it. As you can see, it's a whole bunch here. LLMs, large language models, these should be combined. We're still working on that part of it. We have a card for Zettelgarden. Um, so this is sort of a introduction to how I use Zettelgarden, how workflows work in it. I think it's a really powerful tool. I use it every day. Um, Thank you for watching the video. If please check us out on GitHub. The link will be in the comments. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.